We rapping. We talking relationships. I mean, because my stuff is tied into, because what happens is people get fined. And then, for the most part, they get into relationships. That's typically how that goes. I make you fine. Then, here they come. I make you sexy. Then here they come. Hey, Lynn. I make that booty high. Here they come. Tosh up in here. Deidre up in here. Lonnie up in here. I'm telling you, my workout stuff is synonymous with relationships. So that's why I always talk to y'all about relationships. Because, again, what happens is you lose weight, get rid of your little pooch, you start getting curvy. High round booty, arms tight, everything looking good, thick thighs, saving lives, and then here they come. But there's rules to that, and here they come. Feel me on that? There's rules to it. There's rules to it. Because, I'm a dude. I'm a dude. And before I got married, I was extremely mannish. Extremely mannish. So we gonna kick it, and I'm just gonna talk, and just sit back and listen, because I'm gonna give you a man's point of view, but I'm also gonna coach you as your brother. So just look at it as that. I'm coaching you as your brother, your coach, your cousin, your brother, all that. Now, first things first, okay? You get a new body. You get a new body. Again, your booty high, your chest perky. People who normally wouldn't want to holler at you now all of a sudden start hollering at you. Inboxing you, DMing you. Doing the, hey, big head. Hey, big head. I never knew. See, I never used that big head stuff, because I'm like, who would that attract? Hey, big head. Huh, no, that don't work. I never knew why dudes try to holler at women with the big head thing. Hey, big head. Anyway, so with that being said, okay, you get a lot of attention. You get a lot of attention, and what happens is you have more people hollering at you. Okay? Now, this is the thing. When you get finer, when you get sexier, and you start getting more attention, then it's on you to start becoming more deliberate about what you want. You gotta know what you want. Because again, when you start having different people trying to holler at you and you don't know what you want, then you start wasting your time because you got too many choices. You got too many selections. Again, when you was 40, 50 pounds overweight, the people weren't trying to holler at you like that. They try to keep you in the friend zone. She cool. And I might even come over and hit, but it ain't going past that. We ain't leaving your house. We ain't going nowhere. But now you done got banged. I'm trying to show you off. You a trophy chick now. You done gone from worst to first. But again, if you don't know what you're looking for, you're going to start wasting time. You're going to start wasting months. And if you're older now, you can't afford to be wasting no months. You in your 40s and you done spent time wasting a year on something that will never materialize into something. Now, you done wasted another year and you one step closer to 50. All because you never decided and you never defined what was important. You know, when you was in, when you was in your 20s, you could get away with wasting time with people. Wasting 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 months. But again, if you in your late 30s, early 40s, mid 40s, in your 50s, you don't have that luxury anymore. Okay, so now it falls back on you to decide what's important. Now, let me give you something good. Man to woman, let me talk to you. There's this thought that you can't have it all. Why? Why you can't? Why you can't have what you want? But there's certain people that subscribe to the fact that you don't need this, you don't need that. Shoot, why you don't need that? Who you let telling you what you can and can't have? Okay, erase all of that. Delete that whole mindset of I'm gonna have to settle for this because. No. If you want somebody with a good job, if you want somebody, who's caring, who doesn't cheat, go for it. Who says it's not out there? Who says it's not attainable? Okay, if you say you don't want a person with a gut, why you gotta settle on somebody who got a gut? Again, you banging. So why you gotta settle for somebody who has a gut? Or settle for somebody who's not attractive? Or settle just because, you don't want to be by yourself? Again, you're banging. And you're of value. So why should you settle? It makes no sense. And anybody who tells you to just settle and, you really don't need all of this, and as long as he has this, that, and the other, don't do that. Don't do that. Because you deserve to have it all. You only have what you settle on. Feel me on that. From what you drive to where you live to who you date to who you lay with, that's who you settle on. So what I'm going to say to you is, if you know yourself to be of a high value, of a high grade, then get yourself high value, high quality, high grade, and stop basing stuff based off of scarcity. I mean, people will tell you to settle because there's not enough good, there's not enough good men out there. Why? Why? Because if you keep listening to that stuff, you're going to fall for it, and then you'll start settling. Well, shoot, maybe all I am is a side chick. Maybe I should just get me a sugar daddy. Because this all I'm going to get. Because there's scarcity. But that's what you believe in. That's what you done told yourself. And if you tell yourself a lie repeatedly, it becomes your truth. Regardless if it's a lie or not. Keep saying stuff to yourself enough. You'll buy into it. There's not enough men. Half of these jokers gay. Settle. Just get your butt buddy who'll pay your bills. No. Because if that's what you think of yourself, then that's how you gonna get. But it also goes back to, most importantly, understanding your value. And understand how you're that, that small percentage. Feel me on that. See, when you understand that you're like the top 1%, then you'll start expecting to have the top 1%. So what you're going to have, a lot of people ain't going to have. So, when people say there's not enough of this and not enough of that, that's their standard and that's their value because they're not of value. You're in the top 1%, so your situation and your circumstances should look like the top 1%. Not like everybody else. Because everybody else wants you to base your life based upon their standards. But if you're living a top 1% type of life, you ain't got to settle on nothing. If you truly know you're the best, you go, and I'm gonna say this too, you go hunting after the best. You go get the best. Versus settling. Versus settling. Because that's what this world teaches you to do. You know, once you get to a certain age, oh, just hang it up. You ain't gonna find nobody good after 30, after 40. Shoot, you ain't gonna. But see, that's what they say. Because they're average. See, you can't be taking in average conversations, because if you're not careful, if you keep having average conversations, it's going to make you average. You're extraordinary, but you're having average conversations with average people, and you're basically basing your life off of average. Having average conversations with women who don't look like you. Again, you Kenyified. You a rare breed. You in the top 1%. You ain't like everybody else. Everybody else gotta settle because they don't look like you. How about that? They don't look like you. They ain't got your swag. They ain't got your pop. Yeah, that's their truth. That's not your truth. Again, you're Kenyified, so you're extraordinary. You're a rare breed. You expect the best. You get the best. But y'all be having these lame behind conversations with folks who don't look like you, who don't aspire for the same things you do. But you keep talking to them. You keep fooling with them. And then their truth becomes your truth. Stop. Just stop. But it all goes back to understanding your value, understanding your level, and not settling for less than your value. But it goes back to you understanding how extraordinary you are. If they call you bougie, good. They call you bougie, good. If they call you stuck up, good. Good. Because you should. You've earned the right to be snotty. You've earned the right to become exquisite because you're one of a kind. There ain't nobody like you. But now it's time for you to start acting like there's nobody like you. And when you start acting like there's nobody like you, then you start qualifying and disqualifying people. See, the cool thing is, a lot of people, once you start acting of a certain value and on a certain level, again, people will disqualify themselves. Because they already know, I can't afford her ass. I can't afford her ass. She too much for me. Have you ever just gone into a store and just seen something and you were like, dang, this is out of my league. This is out of my price range. I can't afford this bag. I can't afford this car. I can't afford them shoes. This is out of my price range. That's how people should be looking at you. But that's how it starts. It starts with you. See, just like those things, and I want you to think about it. Think about all the things that when you look at it, you say you can't afford. You can't afford it. Why? Because you see how much it costs to keep up with. You when you see price, you thinking, dang, this is how much it's gonna cost me. Do I have enough to pay this thing off? Do I have enough for maintenance? See, you gotta start putting your price on your chest. And saying to people who approach you, this is how much this is. This is a once in a lifetime occurrence. So therefore, the price of it is going to be once in a lifetime. It's going to boggle you. Yes, I'm worth more than a Bentley. I cost more than a Rolls Royce. Yes, the $3 million, $4 million mansion your superstars live in. Yes, I'm worth more than that. So it's going to cost you. So guess what? If your credit score isn't right, if your debt to income ain't right, you ain't getting this. Cause you got to qualify people. Don't have good credit and try to buy a Bentley. Don't have money stashed away and try to buy a Bentley or Rolls. You ain't getting it. So what you're trying to tell me is it's a whole lot easier to get you than it is to get a Bentley. Does that make sense to anybody? A person can sleep with you a whole lot quicker than they could actually buy a Bentley. Think about that. And your value is so much more than a Bentley, but it's easier to attain you, to get with you, all because you never put a price tag on yourself. And all because you never stated this is how much this is. When you start putting a price on yourself and you start understanding how much you're really worth, then it's not so easy to deal with you, to get with you. And it shouldn't be, because again, you're one of a kind. You're extraordinary. You're not ordinary. So that's what's up. So, again, stop settling. Stop settling. Anybody who makes you believe that you should settle and nobody wants you because you got all these kids, wave them away. And basically say, I can show you better than I can tell you. Yeah, your situation might not be right, but when you clean up your situation and you understand your value, then again, you start qualifying people and disqualifying people if their credit score, if their life credit score isn't enough to attain. How about that? So that's what's up. So I love y'all. I'm up out of here. But thank you for hanging with me. Y'all be good.